Hey friends, welcome back to Torrid Homestead. Today I am with my very special guest, my oldest daughter, Lynzie. We are doing a interview and just kind of a fun little game that we're going to do together, kind of a quiz at the end. But I wanted to introduce you guys to my stay-at-home daughter. She's a very special person in my life. She is a huge help to be around the house, but even more than that, a great emotional support. So I recommend everyone get one. So Lynzie, why don't you pretend that I don't know you at all?
Okay.
And introduce yourself. Introduce yourself to the viewers. Tell, whatever bio information you want to give about who you are, what you do, what your life's like.
Okay.
Okay.
So, hi everybody, I'm Lynzie. I'm the oldest of 9 homeschooled kids. I'm a stay-at-home daughter. I do love dressing up. I do love writing. Staying at home allows me to have those experiences and stuff. So, yeah.
Okay, so Lynzie, you are 23 years old.
Yes, I forgot to mention that.
All right. You were our first homeschool graduate. And so you graduated in
2018.
2018, so this will be your 5th year
Yeah.
out of school. Okay, so what kind of things have you done as far as sort of finding your way these last 5 years? You haven't always been strictly at home, so what kind of things have you done since graduation to sort of try to figure out what it is you want to do?
Well, after I graduated, I kind of tried working outside of the house for a while. I actually worked at a little diner that's just up the hill from where we live that a few of my other siblings have worked at also, those who have been graduated. And I tried it out for a little bit. I didn't like it. I tried college for about 4 months. It was a really great experience. I didn't really like the environment. It wasn't a place for me. And everything that I learned in college I could have learned at home anyways. So, but I'm thankful for the experience. I have tried being self-employed, and that worked out for a couple of years. I was a beginner's piano teacher, so I taught beginner's piano for any ages. I had some really sweet students. I worked for a friend for her special needs daughter twice a week, and I really loved that. I love special needs people and stuff, so it was really fun working with them. I've tried having my own business at home, hoping that'll, kind of work out. I have tried doing some experiences out there, and it definitely has helped me see the world a little bit differently than before I graduated. I kind of had a little bit of a rose-colored glasses look at the world. I still kind of do, but not as much as I did before, and I'm kind of thankful for that because I'm not as naive, I guess you could say.
So as a stay-at-home daughter, what does a typical day, what does a typical weekday look like for you, and then what does a typical weekend look like for you?
So a typical weekday for me is I like to get up early. I kind of like to, get myself dressed, whether dressed up or dressed down, just to kind of set the mood for the day. And then I like doing a Bible study in the morning just to, prepare myself, and then I help my mother out and my siblings out during the day, whether it's doing meal preps or just making a meal in general, or kind of helping watch the kids if one of my parents needs to go out. My father works from home, so a lot of times my mom is out doing the shopping or just doing whatever, and so if he's not readily available, I'm there to help with the kids. But even in a busy day, I still find some time to do some fun things as well, like writing or drawing. That's a typical weekday. Most of it is I am very thankful to help keep the house going and taking care of my siblings and stuff. But a weekend is a Shabbat, so I like to sleep in kind of late than I usually do. I like to do some fun hobbies if we're not at our fellowship. Drawing, taking pictures, writing, reading. I'm kind of a Minecraft junkie, so I like to play Minecraft sometimes too. So it's kind of more of a laid-back day, but yeah.
Okay, so what kind of ministry opportunities have you had since graduating high school?
Definitely my piano teaching experience and the special needs person that I worked for, I wanted to use the gifts or the whatever the Father is giving me to help with others. And I get a huge enjoyment of doing that as well, just seeing, sharing in ministry with someone else. I personally even see my working experience at the diner as a ministry opportunity too. I've got to be able to have fun conversations with customers. I've got to share the Torah with some people who are familiar with it, just don't quite follow it. Just walking out the door and talking to someone I see as a ministry. So it just depends on the situation of where you're at, if the ministry is either big or small. But I definitely would have to say those two self-employed jobs that I had, I saw that as a ministry.
Well, and I really feel like your ministry here at home is, it's blessed me for sure.
Okay.
And it's blessed your siblings, when you sit down and read with our youngest or help people with their math or whatever it is that you're doing, just having you here is very comforting. I'm leaving this weekend, as I had mentioned in a different video, on going to a women's retreat. And when I told one of the kids this morning that I was going to be gone, there was, sadness. And then I said, but Lynzie will be here. And then they were like, all right. So I think just having that you kind of are an extension of me in a way, sometimes for them as a second motherly figure, and it's really comforting. So that's a blessing for sure.
Yes, definitely my favorite part of ministering is staying at home and helping.
Sweet. All right. Now the questions get harder. All right, what challenges do you think that you have felt? Now remember, you got to be honest here. You have to pretend like I'm not actually your mother.
I'll be 100% honest. Okay. And the best that I can.
Okay. What challenges do you think that you have faced in being an adult, adult child living at home, somewhat in submission to your parents, since you do have to live by our, code of rules here at the house or whatever. And I do plan a lot of your days during the week. So Lynzie and I kind of have an agreement as far as her helping around the house or, helping with the kids and stuff. For my older sons who still live at home or have lived at home, they all needed to pay rent in order to stay here. For Lynzie, who doesn't feel like she should be working outside the home at this time, her rent is paid in service to us. And so I kind of plan out your days a little. So in that way you do have to submit. You have to be in submission. So at 23 years old, how does, what are those challenges that you're facing in that place?
I think one of the biggest challenges off the bat would be I don't have a lot of social time outside of the home because I don't have my own vehicle. I don't have a job outside. I'm not able to afford doing that right now. And it is kind of a challenge not being able to, experience a social life as much as my brothers do. And, being a teen, that was a little different. I had all of my teen friends. We'd all get together more often than we do now that we're adults and kind of have gone off our separate ways. Another big challenge would probably be, getting to know people in terms of, a relationship. My biggest dream and goal is to be married one day and have my own little family. But being at home doesn't allow me to have that opportunity to meet someone that could potentially be, my future husband. But in that, I have faith in the Father that one day there will be an opportunity for me to meet someone.
Okay. Well, that kind of answered the next question, but what people are really wanting to hear is the dynamic between you and I. So let me rephrase this.
Sorry.
What challenges do you face with your mother?
Okay.
Come on.
Okay. Well, I didn't know what aspect you were going.
We all know you get along great with Daddy.
Oh, whatever.
No.
But yeah, no, honestly, there is a challenge. I hate thinking about this because I don't want to, but it is a challenge. I'm a full-grown woman now. I'm not a little 16-year-old teen anymore. And so the way how I want to direct my life has to be a little different right now because I am at home. I am under the submission of my father and the submission of my mother, and so we do butt heads quite a lot. Just, because I want to because I want to have that life as a wife and as a mother and a homemaker, and so I have challenges of trying to mother my siblings when my mother is literally sitting right next to them. So that is, something that I have been aware of and need to stay aware of while I am at home, and so I have to give up that want for a while until whether I do move out and decide to live on my own, or if I do get married. And so those challenges of trying to be that can't really happen right now at home.
So you have received some opinions from people about your choice to stay home,
My
as
choice,
opposed to your freedom to leave the home at any time you want to. What are some misconceptions that you think others have about, maybe not stay-at-home daughters in general, because there are all kinds of different lifestyles out there, but for you and what you are doing and your choice to stay home, what are some misconceptions that you have heard from others, and how have you responded to those?
So, one of the misconceptions, I got a lot actually, right after I graduated and even before, just that year, was, if I was going to college. And I said no, I didn't want to go to college. And so I would get, responses, kind of along the lines of that I am being, held back from, pursuing college, that I will need college for the future, even if I don't go down a career path. I need to go to college. It's good for me. You'll learn a lot there. And my response to that was that I understand how important college is for people. It's not for everybody. It doesn't have to be for everybody. It's an option. It's not a must. So it was one big misconception. The other one that I can think of is my decision of being at home. I am, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Held back. Like you guys are
dominating your life and controlling you, keeping you in a closet locked up in chains.
No, that's not the
word. Water, drugging you half the day.
No, that's not the word I'm thinking of.
Stifling you?
Stifling, thank you, that's the word. So another huge misconception and opinion or whatever that I've gotten is that my parents are stifling me from having my own life. And it's because I am not going down the path of a wannabe single woman forever, going to college, live in my own place by myself. I'm being stifled by my parents to stay home. I'm being forced to take care of my siblings. I'm not allowed to have a social life. I'm not allowed to have a phone. I'm not allowed to have a car. I've got all of these, and I still kind of do now to this day. I get that a lot. That's the biggest thing is that my parents are stifling me to stay home, and that is not at all what it is. I made the decision myself to stay home because I'm seeing the benefits of it. I'm seeing the benefits of having this as a ministry for my family and for my siblings, for my parents. I see it as a ministry even to myself, that I am allowed to do the hobbies that I'd like to do at home, that I get to learn some new skills that I am in training to, I'm 23 and I'm still in training for be a homemaker and hopefully a potential housewife. And so I see that living in a world where it's always busy, always trying to get the next big thing as in terms of college or as a job. And so seeing the life of someone staying at home and not using their potential is kind of shunned, kind of, you know, not a good experience for someone at my age. And you know, it's hard to have people think that, because I have to constantly give the same answer all of the time, and it just doesn't seem to get to the person, and so it is a little frustrating, but I can understand why that is a thought, because that's been the thing for the past, you know, 40, 50, 60 years. And sadly a misconception of the beauty and the blessing of being able to stay at home. So...
Hey, good word. Preach it. Okay, so now for the fun part of the interview. We are going to play this game. So I'm going to throw out something like, what, you know, is your favorite song or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so first we are each going to guess, like, I'm going to try to guess your childhood or teenage year favorite song.
Okay.
And you're going to try to guess my childhood or teenage year favorite song.
All right.
And then we're going to try to guess each other's current favorite song. Okay. Just like for fun, just to see how relevant and aware we are of one another. Okay?
All
right. So, this one is, what is my favorite song from my generation? So when I was a kid or teenager.
It's hard because I don't listen to a lot of 90s 90s music.
That's 1990s, by the way.
I know. I know. That's what it's labeled as right now. It's 90s.
I know. I'm just making sure you didn't think 1890s.
No. Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie Tyler.
That works. That's up in the top. Okay, there's good. Okay, I think your favorite song of your generation was something by the Jonas Brothers.
Okay.
The Jungle Book song.
Oh my gosh.
Am I way off? Okay, fine. So, what was your favorite song from your generation?
Oh my gosh. See, okay, don't be mad at me, but the thing is that when I was a kid and teen, I didn't listen to a lot of pop music. I listened to classical music.
Oh, duh. Okay.
Yeah.
Mozart something is
Ein klein Nachtmusik by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. It's still my favorite.
Homeschooled. I have no idea. Okay. Public schooled.
What was yours?
Probably Please Don't Go Girl by New Kids on the Block.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you told me about New Kids on the Block.
Please don't go girl. Joey Joe.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, Jonas Brothers for me was your New Kids on the Block.
Right.
And now it's One Direction.
Oh, yeah.
One Direction, and then it's BTS. It's all these boy bands that just piled up on each other.
There's only one true boy band.
Yeah.
In KOTV.
I don't know who that is.
New Kids on the Block.
Oh. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
That's funny.
All right. What? We're going to be forever. We're going to go through these. Okay.
This is going to be fun.
Okay. What is your favorite song from my generation?
From your generation, it's probably going to be anything by Bonnie Tyler.
Yeah.
I love Bonnie Tyler.
All right, that works. Just to be clear, I was like 2 when Bonnie Tyler was making music. I just want to say that. Okay, moving on. What was my favorite TV show when I was a kid?
The 70s show. And that played in the 70s, but does it also play in the 80s and 90s?
That 70s show?
That 70s show.
You mean like with that guy who was married to Demi Moore?
I've never watched it. I've just heard of it.
Oh. No, that 70s show wasn't around when I was a kid. It was like from the 2000s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like a show that's made to be like the 70s.
Oh. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
From your childhood TV show?
Mm-hmm.
Punky Brewster.
Oh, I did like Punky Brewster. I did. All right, good. I was thinking Growing Pains with Kirk Cameron.
Oh, I've
but
never
that's
heard
okay.
of that.
That's all right. Or Wonder Years with Fred Savage. What would you do if I sang Attitude?
I love that song
Yeah.
so much.
Okay. Your favorite TV show as a kid was Zaboomafoo.
Okay, like really little kid, yes.
Oh, okay. Your favorite show as a teenager was... I don't remember you watching shows as a teenager. As a teenager, what was my favorite late night snack?
Well, I mean, you worked at Burger King a lot, so anything from Burger King?
Chocolate chip cookies and orange juice.
Oh, hey, that's fun. Chocolate chip cookies and orange juice.
I still crave it
Yum.
to this day. I think yours was gummy worms.
No.
Oh.
No.
I know what it is now. It's like kale chips and Pocky.
Kale chips and Pocky. I mean, yeah, but I'm not much of a snacky person, so I am stick to my
I need to ask
thing,
different questions.
thing.
All right.
No.
What
it's
was your
fine.
favorite classical concerto?
My favorite classical concerto? Well, I forgot all of the different ones. I only know them by names.
All right, moving on.
Sorry.
All right, Lynzie. Now I'm going to start asking you questions about yourself.
Oh, dear.
What was your idea of a party as a teenager? Like, it's Friday night. That was before we observed Shabbat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's Thursday night.
Thursday night.
And Lindsay's going to have a party with friends.
Uh-huh.
What do you guys do?
What we do? Okay, so I had two really, really close best friends when we lived here. We would definitely have a sleepover. And we would watch the most stupidest thing on YouTube. We would, do each other's makeup. I probably would do my other friend's hair. And then it would be 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night. This is way back when Walmart was open 24/7. And this friend that we had a car. And so both of them were still underage to drive an adult and another plus one. So I would drive her car and we would go down to Walmart and we would stock up on snacks and we would smell candles in the candle aisle for half an hour. And then we would come back and we would still watch stupid videos while eating our food, and then we would go to sleep at like 2. That was an ideal party for me because that was what I did in my high school years.
That sounds so fun.
Yeah.
That sounds super
Yeah,
fun.
I miss my high school years.
Okay, I'm not answering that one. All right, moving on. Lindsay, what did you do when you skipped school?
I probably did whatever I wanted in terms of hobbies.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What does skipping school look like? Did you get in the car and take off and hide in the hills from your teachers?
No, well, I didn't really have a car, so I couldn't do that. I could walk out the door if I wanted to.
When Lindsay skipped school, everyone skipped school.
Yep. So we would all play they would all play video games. I probably would have, drew or listened to YouTube, whatever, or decided to hang out with my other homeschool friends who skipped school too. So
Love it. Okay, I'm going to guess your favorite subject in school, and then you guess my favorite subject in
okay,
school.
my favorite subject of all time?
Of all time.
Okay.
Lindsay's favorite subject in school of all time was history.
No.
Was science.
Nope.
Was math.
Yes. Even though I was horrible at it, I loved math. I quit in 8th grade though.
Okay, what was my favorite subject in school?
English. Because you went to college for it afterwards.
Cheater. Alright. As a teenager, what were my 3 favorite hobbies?
3 favorite hobbies. Reading, hanging out with friends, and anything you did with Dad.
Aww. That's so sweet.
Yeah.
That was my very end of the teenager years.
Well, I don't know much of your younger teen
I know, I've
years.
kept
You
it a
really
secret.
tell me, so.
Okay, my 3 favorite hobbies were 1, doing construction with my dad.
Oh, that's right.
2, riding my 3-wheeler all over the mountains,
Oh.
forest. And 3,
Reading.
doing schoolwork.
Yes, okay, so technically reading.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I read, but I didn't read like I read now.
Oh, okay.
It was more like I liked to write more in high school.
Okay.
And now I don't have as much time to, like, actually process a thought. So I read and plan to write later.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, fun.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay, what were mine?
Okay, your
As a
favorite
teen.
hobbies as a teen were drawing,
Uh-huh. Did a lot of drawing.
reading about George Washington and other Revolutionary War figures,
Okay.
and playing piano.
Okay, those were good. Those were good. The first one was yes. The second one, in my teen years, I was really into Lord of the Rings, like unhealthily
yes, that's right.
obsessed. So it was anything Lord of the Rings related: taking nature walks, binge watching the films, listening to the music, whatever, or collecting. The third one was cosplay.
Oh yes, cosplay.
Right when I got into cosplay was my teen years, and it just kind of skyrocketed. So
It's just become you so much that I just forgot it was actually not you. Lynzie has an outfit and a costume for any occasion. All right. Okay, when you think of the 90s, like 90s kids, what kind of words or sayings, like, come to mind? Like, what were some things that you think that we said?
oh goodness,
You know,
I'm
like-
probably going to embarrass every single person out there. Let's see. I'm assuming the word radical, because that's not really a word that teens nowadays say, so radical, I guess, was one of them.
Only if you're a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Radical. Michelangelo. I don't know, I mean, like, okay, I'm sorry that I'm saying this, but this is what came to mind. What you see a typical surfer do say in a film.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
We all talk like we had something up our nose.
Well, no, it's just those...
Whatever, dude.
Yeah. I see
Because I talk like that now is why, right?
Probably. I don't know. I see the 90s as like kind of just like a laid back, chill type of era, and so like your typical chill word or chill saying. Like,
Yes. Yeah.
that's kind of how I see it.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but
Well, and we were from the Pacific Northwest, so you had the whole Seattle grunge scene.
That's what I'm thinking
And
of.
yes,
is
it very
the
much
grunge
was.
words.
Yeah, but it was mostly because people were under the influence of something, and
Exactly.
but yeah. So we had like the Clueless, where we're like, whatever.
Yeah.
That was like from Clueless. Yeah, things like that.
What people
I
say,
never
like
said that, of course.
Like a not really Valley, not really
Yeah,
Valley
like-
Girl.
yeah,
Valley
like
Girl.
Valley Girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, Valley Girl.
Yeah. But again, that was the part of the country that I'm from. So
Right, yeah. I don't know what it's like in
what it was like here in the
New
South.
England area or the
but-
South.
Yes, but where I'm from, yeah, we all were
Yeah.
just a little bit hazy. I don't know any words from your time.
Like J.R. Tolkien, I'll just go back to Lord of the Rings. Like his quotes were really, really popular when I was a teen, not just because I was obsessed with it, but it's just in
Right.
general. You have those aesthetic words or those aesthetic sayings. If I was a teen now, that's what it'd be. But back when I was a teen, it was kind of the same thing.
Oil and mash and stick them in a stew.
Yeah, boil and mash and stick 'em in a stew.
You mean more things like, not all those who wander are lost.
Yeah. That was my personal quote on my Facebook for years. Was
All we
that-
have to decide is what to do with the time that is given us.
Yeah, there you go. That's a quote that's like popular now
Yeah.
nowadays.
That's good. Okay, almost done. So, what do you think was the most mind-blowing technological innovation
Not that one.
for me as a kid?
Most amazing.
Yeah, like when this thing came out, you can't count the internet.
Yeah,
Internet doesn't
no,
count.
I'm not doing internet or phone. I'm not doing that. So,
Yeah, something like what was just the thing that
well, I want to say cassette tape, but I don't think that's quite right. Cassette tape or boombox. I'm just put those out.
that was like 4th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly have no idea because, like, that's all stuff, like, normal, everyday stuff that we have now. So I don't know. I'm sorry. This one I don't
the
know.
coolest tech when I was in high school was a Walkman that was a CD player.
Oh, I forgot that.
So you could take, like I had a Walkman when I was a little kid, but then they made them CD players. So it was like this little CD player, and you could plug in your headphones.
Did you like pop it open, stick a
Pop
CD
it
in?
open, stick a thing.
I had a friend who had that when I was a kid.
Yeah, and your
I was obsessed
dad,
with those.
your dad had it mounted on the dash of his car, which was really, really, really cool.
Yeah.
Yes. Until the sunshine reflected and melted the top of it.
Oh no.
Then it was no longer cool.
Oh no. Don't mount
That was the coolest innovation, when you could walk around. But see, you had to hold it like this.
Yeah.
You couldn't like, you know, the Walkman had a clip, you put it on yours because it was a cassette tape. But the CD player, you had to actually hold steady. So you're walking down the street and you're like... because otherwise your CD would skip.
I love that. I love it, just watching all of these kids just walking around with...
Yeah, it was pretty obnoxious.
That's cute.
But it was pretty cool. I don't know if I ever had one. Maybe your dad just had one. Okay, so for you, I think your most mind-blowing tech was wireless earpods.
Probably. I mean, that's like later teens. Earlier teens, I'm probably thinking like the newest iPhone. Like every time the new iPhone came out, it just blew everybody's mind.
Okay, our video is almost about to run out, but I wanted to give you a chance to promote your own online presence. So where can people find you online, and when they find you, what will they find?
Okay. Well, I do have 2 different Instagrams. I like the theme things, so I have one that's kind of more 21st century and one's a little bit more on the vintage side. I can't remember the name of my vintage one.
I'll put it in the description box.
Put it in there. But I do have a blog that is slowly growing. It's called the Stay at Home Adventures. I'm pretty sure you'll probably put a link down there too. But that blog is pretty much kind of what this video is themed about, is my life as a stay-at-home daughter, and it'll be all sorts of stuff. And if any of you have a TikTok, I do have a TikTok also, but that's not necessary.
What is your name on Instagram that you remember?
Lulu May.
Lulu May, okay. And what's your TikTok name?
Just find Lulu May, it's the same one.
Okay. Alright. Okay, well, thank you, Lynzie.
Thank you for having me on
here.
here.
It's been very fun to interview you.
Yes, I had fun.
We'll have to bring you back for some other interesting and fun talk in the future.
Yeah, or serious talk.
Or serious. Alright, I hope everybody has a beautiful day. I hope this was inspiring to you. I will see you all soon. Have a great day.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.